Hello and welcome to Play TRP. I'm Oliver and I'm joined by Niall, Alex, and Lewis.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
It's time for the PTR show, our bi-weekly news and discussion podcast. This time we're discussing plagiarism in Pokemon TCG Pocket. Silksong may not actually be dead, as well as our current game of the years. All that and more, but first, what have we been playing, fellas? Niall.
I have been playing a little game.
Wait a fucking second. Where's my jingle?
beep boop boop. What have we been playing?
Now you can go.
There we go. I've been playing a little game called Rat Shaker. Rat Shaker is about an hour-long experience, and if you like mouthwashing, then you will love Rat Shaker. There are two mechanics in the game. You either shake the rat or you squeeze the rat, and you have this little cartoon rat in your hand, and you go through this horror experience. It starts off a lot less horror than in mouthwashing, but very quickly ramps up. And you have to shake the rat in order to build up your rat shaker meter at the top, and then you have to squeeze it to use that meter to interact with objects. Also, the rat glows at one point. You snap its back, and then it starts glowing like a glow stick. And so then you shake it to make it lighter, but every time it shakes, it screams. So you can imagine that when you're in a very tense horror situation and you need to get some light and you start shaking the rat and it starts screaming and reverbing off everything, then yeah, it's a bit of a spooky time. And yeah, the main thing, to be fair, is the sound design. Like the sound design is really good. If very immersive, despite you holding a cartoon rat, it does feel like you're in there. And there is a story to it as well, which I won't spoil. But the story is very intense. And just the overall visuals is that classic like PS1 art style that everyone's doing.
Very popular at the moment.
Yeah, but it is very good.
Is it a difficult game? Like, can you fail?
So you can fail and restart at checkpoints.
Right. Okay.
For example, you can break the game. It's a very indie game. It was made predominantly by like a couple of people. But right at the start, to get into the house which you'll be in, you start off in like a cornfield. To get into the house that you'll be in, you need to shake the rat and then squeeze it to open the door. But I realized that if you don't do that first time, like I didn't realize what I was doing. I started squeezing it, but I didn't do it long enough to open the door. Then I went off it, and when I tried going back on it, the interaction was broken. And so I was just trying everything. I kept squeezing the rat, and I squeezed it for so long that it died. And then I had to restart. And if you do certain things in the house, you'll die and restart at the previous checkpoint. So there is that, and there's a couple of puzzles, but they're not really complicated. And there's no enemies to speak of. There's nothing chasing you at any point. But
it just feels like there is.
Yeah, it does. On the flip side of that, I've also been playing a little charming game called Wheel World that people might have seen recently at
on
presentations. It's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So it is what I would describe as what everything the Sable could have been. Looks like Sable in terms of the art style, and it plays very similar to Sable in that it's heavily inspired by Breath of the Wild. You start off by finding a bike that is possessed by a ghost, and this ghost is in charge of doing something, which I won't spoil, but it can't because the bike's all rusty. So you need to go around the world competing against people in order to get what's it called? Like your fame points to be able to get better bikes, to be able to defeat the big four bads in the world. And it's entirely open world. You can do it in any order, but the gated thing is the likes, which you have to get by completing races. And it doesn't do many things amazingly, but one thing it does really well is how the bike feels. At the start, it feels a bit difficult to get used to, but as you start getting upgrades, it really does feel great riding around on the bike. The races aren't difficult at all. There isn't one where I've not come like I've finished first easy, like comfortably in every single race I've done so far. But yeah, like it's a few hours long if you got Game Pass, and I think it's definitely worth playing if you haven't got anything else to play.
I think I'll be playing both of those, to be honest with you. Once I've done our next VGBC game, and then they're next on my list, without a doubt.
Yes.
I've not been playing much, to be honest with you, and both the games that I have played, you spoke about last time, because I've just basically been copying what you played. I've played both the Exit 8 and Platform 8. I'd already played Exit 8 once before, and yeah, that's fine. But Platform 8, Platform 8 was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was a good evolution of the formula, I think. Very spooky. It's just, yeah, there's not much more I can say about it that you haven't already said. Well, yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good time.
Yes.
I also replayed Untitled Goose Game as well because I just felt like in the mood for that kind of game.
That infuriated me, that
honking.
game.
Why?
Just dealing with the AI. Like, I know it's part of the game, but just like, trying to get an item away from a person and another person appears and they're trying to like take it away from you, and trying to get into that TV shop was a bloody nightmare. Or trying to get the guy with no glasses into the phone booth. And yeah, we completed it. And then we're like, yeah, let's do all the extra stuff, and then very quickly realized that that's not for us.
No, you avoided the extra stuff for a reason. That's the kind of thing. I always pick the least annoying things to do.
Yeah.
It's good fun though. You two fellas been playing anything?
My games
well,
have
nice.
been. I have been
Yeah.
playing games. I've been playing Death Stranding 2. Well, sorry, I've completed Death Stranding 2. And I've completed Donkey Kong Bonanza, but I'm unable to talk about either of those games. So
It's under a DA.
yeah, I will get shot. I will get shot if I say anything about them. So, but no, yeah, we'll be covering them in reviews later on. So we're just choosing not to discuss them.
We're just waiting
That's
for
not to
old
ruin it.
slow boy Niall.
Yes.
Classic.
How far are you
Oh,
through
yeah, that is
Death,
true,
how far are you
actually.
through Death
Oh.
Stranding now?
I believe I'm on order 37.
Yeah, he is getting close to the end.
Yeah.
You need to pull your finger out, my guy, and get it done. You
I
can't play
do.
DK Bonanza until you finish that. DK Bonanza
Probably
is
can,
the
and I might.
dessert to your main meal.
Maybe.
He's a madman. I started playing one game which Niall recommended to me, and I didn't even like finish it because it just
What
was
game's
very
this?
boneless. Paper Clay.
Oh yeah, no, it is
yeah,
boneless,
yeah.
that's for sure.
It's very, very boneless. I did like the first world on like two levels, and I was like, why am I still playing this? I was literally just like sat there. I literally sat there like this. I was literally just like, I could be playing anything else right now. And then I was like, yeah, nah. No, I just didn't even finish it.
You could have been playing Tearaway, which was just an exact. That's what the game that game copied.
Wait, you haven't played Terror?
Away.
I've never played Tearaway.
You should play Tearaway.
Never heard of it.
It's really good.
How do you spell
I've heard of it. It was a PS Vita game.
Yeah, it was
wasn't
a big PS Vita
was.
game. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not on Steam.
No, it is.
Oh, is
No,
it?
no, it's on,
It
it's,
is.
it's on
It is
PlayStation.
now, isn't it?
No, it's on
Oh.
PlayStation. I don't know if it's on Steam, is it?
It's not coming up on Steam unless I'm speaking.
It was on it was on PS Vita, but then they brought it over to PlayStation for.
Yeah, because originally I'd like the back controls from this PS
Yeah,
Vita. and
well,
all
yeah,
that shit.
the whole gimmick of the game was you use the touchpad on the back of the Vita in order to alter the terrain in game. So you used your actual fingers to change the platforms and stuff. But then for the PS4, they obviously had to remove that, and it will just all be controller based. It's called Tearaway Unfolded.
Yeah.
Oh,
on
there
Yeah.
we go.
PlayStation 4. But yeah, it's a really fun game. Fun platformer.
But looking at Paper Clay, it looks just like it.
Yeah, I see the similarity
Yeah.
for sure.
Cool, right? So that's what we've been playing. Unless anyone else has anything else now, I think we can
No.
move on to the news.
Yeah, we can.
Out with the olds, in with the news. It's
cracking.
news time.
Now you're starting us off with some nonsense about a dead game, I believe.
Right.
It's not coming out.
Yeah, so let me break it down. So the news, first of all, is that Hollow Knight Silksong will have a demo at Gamescom, which is just around the corner. So to quote an article from This Week in Video Games, this year the Xbox booth will be full of fantastic upcoming games for Xbox and our incredible third-party partners coming to Xbox, PC, and Game Pass this holiday and beyond. And yes, that includes Hollow Knight Silksong. So yeah, so we've got that. We got that bit of evidence.
Miles said that like it was a zinger. He said, and Hollow Knight Silksong.
Yes. So getting out the red string, we've got that bit of evidence. We've also got the fact that in April 2025, during the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, we got confirmation that the game will be releasing in 2025. Plus, After that, Xbox confirmed that it'll be available on the ROG Xbox Ally at launch, which is slated for holiday 2025.
Yeah, man.
It's all sounding pretty
But
conclusive.
why haven't they announced the date then?
Maybe they don't want to.
Why wouldn't they?
Just drop it. Don't you remember Hi-Fi Rush?
Hi-Fi Rush isn't quite the same as Hollow Knight 2, the game that everyone's been anticipating and waiting for years and years and years.
I mean, who knows? Maybe they just don't know when they'll be done, but they know they'll be done in 2025.
But that doesn't make any sense though, because if it's definitely going to be out when the ROG Ally comes out, which is in October,
Holiday
2025.
holiday.
Oh, it
then
says, sorry,
surely-
expected October release date. Yeah.
Yeah. So that would mean they therefore know that it has to be out by October. So they do know the release date because it would have to be out by October.
Yeah. Well, maybe the reason they can't really reveal the release date is because it's already been said, right? Yeah, it's coming out on the same day as the Ally, but they're not ready to release the Ally release date yet. Maybe at Gamescom, which is very, very soon.
Yeah, maybe when they announce.
That's when we'll get the release date, because Xbox would be very clever in marketing it as a launch title for the Ally. Yeah.
Maybe it'll be a packing game for the Ally.
Yeah, I hope it does come out now. Honestly, I'm fully. I enjoyed Hollow Knight and I want to play Silksong, but I've been burnt too many times at this point, and I'm surprised you haven't been.
I mean,
It just will.
The one
It
thing
just
that's good
will.
about it is that it probably won't be bad. Like, no matter when it comes out, it'll probably be. I don't know if it'll be as good as everyone's hoping it to be, but I'm sure it'll be good.
If
It can be. It can be bad.
I think it just needs to be as good as Hollow Knight, and everyone will be happy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna be upset by whatever it is they release, but it might also be a 99 on Metacritic. It might be the greatest video game ever.
I bloody hope so. Got it for the PTR draft.
You have.
Bloody does as well.
I'm just going to piggyback off the back of that news there, Niall.
Piggyback off the back.
Because I completely forgot that we have got some information about the actual our Asus ROG Ally X and the Ally. Because I don't think this is official news. I think it's just news that everyone believes is true because it's come from a lot of sources. So the pre-order date for the Ally X and the Ally is going to be on August 20th. It's going to be during Gamescom, apparently. So it's very likely they're just going to say on stage or in the video or whatever, it's available to pre-order now, and away you go. Price-wise, for the X, it's looking to be €899, and the Ally is going to be €599. Obviously,
Did that not say dollars?
No, euros. Oh.
Wait, he says dollars, but then it's basically European prices.
So those prices that I just said, the bit under the, we're reading this from the shortcut.com, by the way. US prices are expected to range between $599 and $899. Based on European pricing.
I feel like they're going to do us dirty again.
They always do with European pricing. But from what we can see, the high-end version, so the X is going to have AMD Ryzen Z2 AI Extreme chip with 24 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD, and an 80-watt battery. While the Ally has a Ryzen Z2A chip, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabyte SSD, and 60-watt battery. So, as we suspected, it is going to be 2 SKUs. But I imagine the cheaper one will run fine. It seems to be like on par with a Steam Deck, if not better. So I reckon it'll run fine.
I mean, yeah, I doubt either will run bad. I think they plan on releasing this with like it's somewhat future proofing.
Yeah.
Like, and plus the specs on it just in general are ridiculous. I still don't quite believe the specs that they're putting down. Like, obviously it's true. I don't doubt for a second that it isn't true. It's just very impressive what they are doing for the price. We haven't even really seen these sort of specs in laptops as of like recent, at least not low range ones. Like, that'd be a very high spec laptop. So the fact that they're going to be releasing this as a handheld system and for relatively cheap is just kind of insane, to be honest.
Cheaper than a PC, that's for sure.
Like, yeah. I did say that I wasn't going to get it when it was shown. But, like, it's going to take a lot of, like, fighting myself when it gets announced at Gamescom to not pre-order it.
Well, depending on reviews, it could be a matter of sell your Steam Deck, buy this kind of thing.
Well, that's literally what I was thinking of doing. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can still get a decent amount for your Steam Deck. And this just seems really fucking good.
Yeah, it
Like
does.
it
I'm
just
sold on
seems like the Steam Deck, but an upgrade in every single way. Not to shit on the Steam Deck or anything. The Steam Deck's like a fantastic console, or just like a fantastic piece of equipment. But like this really does seem like an upgrade in every single department. And the idea of something that powerful is just kind of insane to me. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's gonna be difficult when it gets announced for sure for me to not pre-order it.
like I say, we need to wait for reviews, and I think, like I say, we need to see the OS more. We need to see what it's actually running, and
We do.
I want to be able to play with it and see is because I've heard reports that it's kind of a pain in the ass, and it's not as good as it looks.
Yeah, I've been hearing stuff like that.
Yeah, so I want to see it. I want to see exactly if it is, as usable as Steam OS is. Sorry, now, did you want to say anything more about Silksong?
Nah, it's great. I just want to know more about the battery. Okay, it just says we got 60 of them. It says 60-watt battery. Like, what is the battery? All right.
That's a fucking.
was
That's some safe humor. That now.
Yeah.
Also, I know this is a gaming related. I just saw it on Twitter that I've never seen them do this before. Sony are they're fucking teasing the
Wait,
Spider-Man
one
suit for the
second,
new
one
film.
second, one second.
Breaking news.
It is breaking. Sony are teasing the new suit for Spider-Man Brand New Day. They're doing like they just dropped a 9-second teaser trailer of the shoulders.
I thought we'd already seen
Ooh.
this new suit.
No.
Yeah, we
At
saw
it at the end.
At
Yeah.
the end of the last one.
Right, you're right, but we're acting like they don't just change stuff all the time
Yeah.
after they show
Well,
it.
I
Like,
hope
that
they
doesn't
do
mean-
change it because I hated the look of that suit. It was horrible and shiny. It's
Well,
like
I mean,
it was like tinfoil.
if you go on Sony Pictures Twitter, you can see a 9-second video of the shoulders.
Sony.
I assume they're gonna keep dropping different parts of the suit. I've never seen them do this before.
I don't know why I'm searching Sony Pictures Twitter. Oh, there we go. Found it straight away. Sorry, Gander. I don't know why we're looking at this. Isn't video game related.
I don't know. It's kind of video game related.
It'll probably be available in Spider-Man 3.
All right, one sec.
It looks raised webbing like
It is raised weapon.
thingies, Tobey Maguire's.
Nah, that's too shiny. I can tell already. It's way too shiny.
Is that it?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
I didn't say they dropped a 9-second video teasing the shoulders.
Right.
It didn't feel like 9 seconds. Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Just
Yeah.
That's mental.
Just hype it up. They're excited.
Right. Cool. All right. So that's that's that. Alex, you're next. Pokemon Plagiarism.
Yes. I love me Pokemon. So any TCG Pocket fans, anyone who pulled the immersive arts, very disappointed, like me and Lewis were, where you got coming soon, and then you just got a black screen. That was quite devastating. But yeah, it was due to stolen fan art. Let me find thingy. So what was it? Nintendo sent them like a thingy image of being like, right, yeah, I want it to look like this, but it was actually fan art. Oh, you don't even have the thingy, the illustrations to put on. Are they in the trailer?
I'm just watching out for it now.
No,
Yeah.
they're not in the trailer. I don't think they don't show.
Oh, I can't pronounce this name. The original design. Ian Juju.
Did you say?
I can't pronounce that name. I'm so sorry.
I think Ian Juju.
Is it on there? Is it on there?
That's the art.
Look, the third bullet point on there, Oliver.
Right, I'll put this up on stream. 1 second. So
Right. Yeah.
All right. So I believe this is the art on the left.
Yes, that was the art that was in the game, but they removed it. Yeah, that's the original designer apparently,
That looks like an
according to
Alice.
IGN.
That's probably Lan Gigi.
Lan
If I had
Gigi.
to guess.
Lan Gigi. Yeah, but it's not a capital L.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still an L. It's definitely not an I.
Yeah. So
It could be.
So it was. So this art was this stolen art. Well, stolen or misappropriated art was provided by Nintendo, was it?
Yes. So Nintendo put out a thing being like, we're really sorry. It's all on us. There'll be a new art coming soon, but you can still pull the card. It'll just say coming soon.
Yeah.
But they have come out like today, being like, stop slandering the illustrator.
Illustrator. Yeah. I saw that.
And they intend to take full responsibility for it, which, like, fair enough to Pokemon for actually like being like, yeah, we made a mistake, we'll rectify it. Like, you're still going to be able to pull the card, but we'll make new art for it. It would have just been better if they would have just, like, I don't know, maybe gave the original artist some like thingy being like,
they're not gonna do that.
can we use the art?
Yeah.
It would have been nicer.
Yeah. No,
But yeah, it was just a bit.
I mean, it would be nice.
yeah.
Actually, as nice as that would be, I think it probably brings in a lot of legal issues if they were to.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It would be way too much effort and costly and time consuming on Nintendo's part to go through all that. So it's probably easier not to. I do appreciate that Nintendo did own up to it quickly.
Oh yeah, but before the thing even came out,
Oliver was very adamant or confident that they wouldn't do anything.
I misread the news on this, and I will. I said that Nintendo have come out and said that no, that it's in our terms and conditions that we don't that we don't have to do anything. But that's not what the case. That's not the case. It was people were jumping in and defending Nintendo immediately and saying, well, it's in their terms and conditions. They're allowed to use fan art for this kind of stuff. But obviously, they've not followed those so conditions, which is fair enough. They've owned up to it. They've said no, and they've gone away and they're going to redo it. But it's going to take a while to redo because immersive art is big.
Yeah, that's that's what I was saying to Alex the other day. Is that like it's a whole movie pretty much, and these things are like even just making like just a piece of art for this game, whether it be one card, like whether it's a full art or just like a regular card, it takes time and effort. And I do feel bad for the artist who did the actual art for like these cards because they're very talented and they've done like a bunch of art before for a bunch of different cards. And it's a bit sad to see like their name and stuff besmirched.
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
Yeah,
That's the right
besmirched,
word.
Yeah.
Besmirched. Because obviously they're very talented and they didn't do anything wrong. And I am happy that Nintendo obviously owned up to what they did. There should be more checks in place from Nintendo to not confuse fan stuff with their own official designs. It's kind of crazy how that happened. You'd think stuff like that wouldn't be possible. I don't know how companies and stuff work, especially when they're that big, but I assume they would have a database of all of their own material. So I'm surprised something that clearly wasn't theirs and was clearly like a knockoff thing in the first place, managed to make its way through to like official means. So yeah, it's good that Nintendo owned up to it. I do feel really bad for the artists. Hopefully they don't get too much slack from it. And hopefully whatever card arts they release for these cards next is really good. I was saying to Alex, I'm really sad because these are the first immersives that I've seen in a while that I really wanted. Yeah. Like, it's the first immersive arts where I was like, holy shit, I need to get that card. And now obviously that this entire immersive is just lost. Well, it's not lost media, it exists, but like it's gone from the game. We're never seeing it again. So it's just gonna be a bit disappointing that. Because I imagine they're gonna stray as far away from the original concept
100%
as possible. So it is just a bit sad.
It depends what what the rest of the immersive showed, I guess, and if they could just lift Ho-Oh out of it and just pop in another image of Ho-Oh.
I mean, they could, but like the whole art revolved too much around that one specific style of art that they'd done with like the thick line art and the thick like pen strokes almost. Like it was a very specific design. I assume to separate themselves from the incident and stuff, they will just try to make it as different as possible, as to not like make people angry. Because what if they put all the effort in and made it again and it was still similar? And so yeah, I assume it's going to be a completely different thing.
Yeah, I get that. Ah well, as well.
Oh, aye.
All right, Niall. No, not Niall. No. Fuck you, Niall.
Yeah, this news isn't massive. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but it's something that I'm surprised didn't happen sooner. And I'm kind of just genuinely shocked that this is the first time this seems to have happened at all with these style of games. Sony are suing Tencent. Tencent is a huge company in China, and they have stakes in a lot of different games companies and stuff. But one of the companies that's like a subsidiary of them is whatever this company's called that I cannot remember. Does it say what it's called in the article? 1 sec, let me just search up the game. The company is called. It's being published by Polaris Quest, which is a subsidiary of Tencent. But basically, they're dropping a gacha game, which when this trailer came out, I think this was shown at like I want to say a Summer Games Fest or a Game of the Year or something. And it looks identical to Horizon.
Yeah.
Both Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. It's a very similar thing to the whole Genshin thing, which Genshin isn't. Tencent don't own MiHoYo, who make Genshin, but they do have a stake in MiHoYo. And at the time when Genshin came out, it got a lot of similar criticism that it just took and stole a lot from Breath of the Wild. But people seemingly, I don't know, forgave it or just came to the conclusion that it's like kind of similar, but not similar enough to really matter. This game, I think, is a way worse situation than Genshin because I really do think it looks way too similar and way too close to Horizon to say that it's been inspired by it.
Yeah, no.
It seems like they've completely just lifted
Jesus
the entire
Christ.
concept when it comes down to the designs of the enemies and the entire plot of the game. Pretty much, it seems to be entirely ripped from Horizon. And Sony obviously think the same because they've decided to sue Tencent for it.
Jesus.
Claiming that the game is way too similar. The exact quote that they said is that the game seems to feature identical gameplay, story themes, and artistic elements seen in Horizon, as well as many other similarities. Obviously, you guys can see the trailer here. Do you think it looks like Horizon?
No, it looks nothing
yes.
like it. No.
Yeah.
Fuck me. It's ridiculous. It's just Horizon with the ghost from Destiny. That's all this is.
It's Horizon, but it's got like that anime kind of style to it, and obviously it is a gacha game.
Yeah.
Because that seems to be the only games that people can make now because they make lots of money. This seems to happen with a lot of Chinese games. I know the copyright laws are different over there, which is why a lot of these games get made and like seemingly nothing really happens from it. It seems like Sony finally got pissed off, or at least Sony was the first company to just basically say like, "This isn't on this. It's like this is taking this a bit too far. I don't really like this." I don't know. I'm just interested to see what you guys think because obviously, like I said, Genshin, for example, as much as it's become its own thing, it pretty much just steal Breath of the Wild in both design, from like a gameplay design and just like an actual like aesthetic design. But Genshin has sort of become its own thing now, where it's like I wouldn't even really compare the two anymore, other than like, oh yeah, the mechanics and the way you traverse stuff is kind of similar, but it's its own thing.
Yeah.
I'm always down for the idea of games taking inspiration. And like, you know, really liking a certain mechanic or really liking the way a thing looks and then letting that inspire their own work. But do you think it reaches a point like this?
No, like
where it's just too much?
like I said, there's limits, and this is so far beyond the limit.
Like, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, do you think this is just has pushed the limits too far?
Like, if you,
Oh yeah, 100%.
if you showed me this and said this is a new Horizon game, I would believe you immediately. There wouldn't be any doubt in my mind. This is a new Horizon game. I mean, the thing is, it looks good. It looks really good.
That was literally about to be the issue. Yeah, is I was about to say, looking at this gameplay, it looks really good. It looks smooth. It looks clean. It looks like, in terms of just game development, it's very well put together. But it really puts like it throws a wrench into the mix a little bit and sort of ruins the work when all you can see in it is the plagiarism. And obviously, it's gonna bring a lot of issues for the game, I imagine. Well, it might not. To be fair, like I said, it's different. China in general has different copyright laws to us, which is why they can do this sort of stuff. So I don't actually know if this will end up hurting them at all, realistically. But obviously, to a lot of people who are like fans of Horizon, or maybe people who would check out this game in the first place. They might be put off by the fact that it feels like it's just been stolen. And it just sort of ruins it a little bit, especially when the game looks as good as it does. Because they very could have easily... I'm not going to say, obviously, they completely changed how the game looks or whatever, but they could have done their own thing with this style of gameplay, and I think it could have worked very, very well.
Like
Completely stealing it.
even if it was just like the enemies, it's the fact it's the uniforms that all the characters are wearing as well. It's Aloy's exact fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like it's at a point where it's not inspired. They were just looking at him like, yeah, this is sick. Let's just let's just do this.
That's enough of that now. I've seen enough to know to come to a conclusion on that one.
Yeah, like I said, it's not the biggest news ever. It's just I just think it's a bit insane how companies can get away with this, and it's just kind of interesting to see that Sony, or at least a company in general, has finally just said, yeah, that's not on now.
Yeah,
what
I'm interested to know is if Tencent or its subsidiaries like saw it coming, saw the lawsuit coming, or if they sat there with a Pikachu shock face. You know,
I don't know. I think they probably see it coming, because anytime this stuff seems to happen, it just seems like it seems like they just sort of pay it off and then it gets swept under the rug and then they just carries on like normal. Either that or it becomes too expensive to fight, both for Sony and just the other party, and it's just like it's not worth going after this anymore. Because obviously we saw something similar with which, to be fair, everyone hates Nintendo for. They went after Pal World. Similar thing, but I think this has more grounds than Pal World.
Yeah.
Pal World.
I'm interested to know what Niall thinks of this. He's a big fan of plagiarism.
I love it. But yeah, well, the thing is, the thing that people care about is the way it looks. Because in terms of the people who are doing this lawsuit, these are the money people. And so all they see is, oh, they're using our brand and our stuff that we've already built up, and sort of like our good faith that people attach the way Horizon Zero Dawn looks, like they relate that to the quality of the game. And so they see it as like, oh, this other company is using what we have built and what we've like garnered value in to make their game a success, and essentially take from what we have, like infringing our IP in that way. So it's a bit of a tricky one, because in terms of the actual game, like the for the gamers, the capital G gamers, who cares what a game looks like? Really, it's how it plays. But for the business people, it's how it looks. So it makes sense from a business perspective, but also, like, for example, if literally they copied the code of Horizon Zero Dawn and made it look completely different, I don't think they care at all. It's just how it looks. Yeah.
So what do you think though now? What do you think that the lawsuit is valid?
You know, it keeps people in jobs, and it keeps the lawyers busy, I suppose. Like, you know, people love lawsuits, don't they? Like, I honestly, I'm not fussed.
No, but you're not getting.
You don't think it's a game designer, as people who worked so hard on Horizon for however many years it took them. Let's say it took them, like, I don't know, 7 years of development. Do you think it's then okay for a company to just come along and basically yoink all of it and go, we're just going to take all of this and then make the game, not make the game again per se, but basically take all of these designs and all of this love and care and then just sort of pump something out that's basically the same? Do you not think that is, like, in any way, as a game designer yourself, just a bit shit?
Yeah, but also, like, at the same time, Nintendo do that shit, don't they? Like, the people who made Pokemon did not make the Pokemon gacha game. So they took something which people put a lot of love and care into and turned it into the worst thing you can turn a game into.
Yeah, but the difference is they own it.
Yeah, but they own it, though. That's
but Lewis's point was about the people who made it. The people who made it don't own it. The people who made it worked on it. So what I'm saying is that stuff happens all the time, doesn't it?
You are going to get a sore ass from sitting on this fence now. You need to hop off and get on the fucking take a side.
Well, that's the thing. In terms of morally, the people who, like, it emotionally affects, that's what I'm saying. It happens constantly by companies, their own companies, you know?
Yeah, I understand where Niall's coming from with that. I do get that. Like, I do fully agree with that. I'm sure the guy who fucking I'm sure the dudes who worked on the OG Pokemon Red and Blue don't like to see the game become bastardized into a gacha game that's like preying on kids and like doing all this bullshit with their designs and their work. I do get that. I agree with that. But I'm just talking this instance of one company to another. You've spent
Yeah.
10 years making this thing, and then another company who has nothing to do with your company or game whatsoever then just says, we're going to steal all of that and then just pump it out ourselves and say it's a new game when it's basically the same game, but they just took everything that you came up with. Is that not annoying as a game developer? Is that not upsetting to you?
So if I was the head of Sony and I owned this IP,
Yes.
I would be sleeping a little less easy in my £1 billion bed on my £1 billion mattress
Right,
because of this. You know, my point is it literally like apart from people who want to make money from the lawsuit, it doesn't actually matter. So you know what? Fuck it. That's what I say.
That is
Let
the
them do it.
craziest
Niall-
opinion I've ever heard on this.
Niall said plagiarize all you want.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
You know, I think I expected him to have that opinion, but it's still crazy to hear it coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, well, it's just one of those where you're like trying to think of who this actually matters to, apart from the lawyers who want to make money.
I mean, I do get that perspective as well. I do agree with you somewhat. To be fair, like I don't entirely disagree with what you're saying.
Like the difference would be if a tiny indie team made a crazy amazing game, didn't have maybe even they showed it to a publisher, got said no to, didn't have the marketing budget, so it kind of just like flopped. Maybe a few people played it, the word of mouth didn't get going, and then that same publisher you just showed the game to was like, wait a sec, that game's great, let's take it and redo it and sell it for our own. Now that is a story I can get behind and be like, yeah, that's bad, that, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
How about when a small indie company creates Palworld and then Nintendo sues Palworld for taking their thing?
Yeah, I think Nintendo are bastards. I think we all agree. Like that's the thing. I literally, I don't get the aura field around Nintendo. I've said this for like the past like year. At this point, like objectively, we'll say probably like on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, wow, these guys are terrible. But then if we were to name the top 10 terrible companies in the gaming space, you probably wouldn't think of Nintendo. You think, oh yeah, Xbox are the worst, and then probably Xbox again for another 6, and then you'd say some other companies.
I don't know. I think I would say Nintendo. I hate Nintendo. I think Nintendo are a horrible company with really bad practices. I don't think they do good things like ever.
Yeah, that's the thing that I get with when people say, "Oh yeah, Japan have got it good," like the East have got it good in terms of like no layoffs and stuff like that. So that's because one of the reasons why games have got more expensive to make is because they're not letting people crunch anymore. But like in Japan, or like from what I hear about the culture, not generalizing, work culture, if you don't crunch, then you're a bad guy.
If you don't crunch there, you will get fired. It's
Exactly.
not even necessarily. It's one of those things where they want you to want to work overtime, but they don't want to pay you for working overtime. They want to make you feel bad and make you feel like you have to work overtime. And they're sort of like, you don't have to, but if you don't, we can get someone else who will, you know?
Make a gif out of what just happened there, Alex. Fucking hell.
Wait,
Alex and Niall drank at the exact same time in the exact same way with that same hand. It was like the same. It was awful to watch.
I didn't even know.
Look at all of this.
There's the same drink as well. Fuck, you know.
That's crazy.
Oh, have you got a classic Coca-Cola?
I've got cherry.
I've got cherry.
Slightly different.
But yeah, the work conditions there are not good at all. I don't know how anyone could possibly praise them, right? It's probably because you see those random articles. Like there was one which was very nice of them. I can't remember which company it was, but the other day, I think it was a company in Japan. They bought Herman Miller chairs for like their entire staff and stuff because like the company did really well for a game that just came out, and they were like, everyone gets Herman Millers. And then there was the other company, another Japanese company, the other week where they gave all the staff Switch 2s. So it's probably people probably hear stuff like that and just assume, oh, it must be great. They must be having a great jolly time over there, but yeah, it's not. But that's just because people just see headlines or people believe whatever it is they want to believe and then just sort of run with that. They don't actually look into how the conditions are. But that's sort of always the joke anyway, just in general about Japan, where people are like thing, and then it's like a sad phase, and then it's like thing Japan, and then it's like a really happy phase because people just like glorify countries and stuff that they don't actually know anything about, and it creates these false ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made my Odyssey, so it's okay. All right, shall we move on to the draft update now?
Oh,
we getting draft?
go on then. We are getting the draft. Are you going to share it on screen as well so I can see it?
And once you've done the,
Uh,
it's already on the screen.
It's draft update time.
it's not on your share screen.
Oh, you're having a laugh. You're having a laugh.
Is that us having the giraffe?
Yeah. I don't know how to fix that without.
But like the people can see it.
The people can see it. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
we can just look at it in the.
yeah, so far have you got the May 25 update?
One sec. Can you
Live.
see it now?
I can see it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cracking. Right. Okay.
Okay, so last update we did was back in May, and we could see that Oliver had a slight lead. Oliver and Alex both had 2 games that had come through with Metacritic scores that accumulated into their points. I had 1 game being Expedition 33, which no one believed in for some reason apart from me. And then everyone believed in apart from me after it came out. And Lewis had no points because he's bad generally as a person.
Yep.
But if we move on to the August update, we will
can
see.
definitely do. There we go.
There we go. We can see that the tides turned slightly. So we got Lewis now in the lead after having 4 games come out in less than 3 months. Patapon with 76, Death Stranding 2 with 89, Rematch with 76, and Firebreak with 64. Alex is currently in the second, so it's maintaining his second spot. After getting 125 extra points in between now and May, with Tamagotchi Plaza getting 43 and Mario Kart World getting 86. Then I'm in third still with 167 extra points, with Donkey Kong Bonanza on 91 and Raidu Remastered. I forgot what that's called. What is it? Lewis knows. Raidu. It was 76, and then Oliver's had 1 game come in, which is the main reasons why he's in last, because his average is pretty good, with Tony Hawk's at 3 and 4 with 82 extra points. So that's where we are so far. Just to break that down a bit further, the thing that matters really most, well, there's 2 things that matter most. The first one is our average points, because everyone's got the same amount of games, which we picked from, so we're really after the average points because that will dictate the placements at the end. So we've got me on 87 as an average, which is pretty great. Then we got Oliver on 81. Then we got Alex on 70, and so Lewis on 76, and then Alex on 70.
That Tamagotchi Plaza ruined Alex.
It did. But the other important thing is something which could ruin mainly me, because I pick games which didn't have release dates mainly. Is just what games we have left which haven't got confirmed release dates yet. We just know that they're coming out in 2025. We currently only have 1 game which has been confirmed to be delayed, which is Oliver's with Directive 8020. I assume that's how you say it.
Directive 8020.
Yeah, Directive 8020. So that's going to be a big hit to your overall average. In fact, let's just put that in now. So if I was to increase your total number of games which have points to 4, then that'll put your average down to 61. So that'll be putting you in last just with that 1. But currently you're in like the projected second place. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 games without release dates, which are Darwin's Paradox, Silksong, Metro Prime 4, but we should hopefully get that soon, and Skate Story, which I have no idea about, and I'm very much regretting. It was supposed to come out last year, which is why I put it in. And then what have we got? Alex, yours only one is Professor Layton, which didn't get a release date yesterday with the Switch.
Wasn't shown yesterday.
It wasn't shown.
Oh,
And
no.
in terms of for Lewis, you've got 2, which is Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment, which
That-
didn't get released.
No, that did not get released yesterday. No.
Nope.
No,
Oh, right, okay.
no.
It just said winter.
Yeah, for some reason they everyone was really confused.
Well, Winter is at least somewhat promising, and Kirby Air Riders. So, apart from Alex, really.
Kirby just got rated in a country.
It's been
Don't remember what.
rated.
Yeah,
They haven't fucking shown anything from it.
it got rated. I can't remember where it was. It was yesterday. It got rated somewhere. Let me
No,
see.
yeah.
Let me just find it real quick. Kirby.
Oliver has one game as well, which doesn't have a confirm.
Oh yeah, which one's that one?
Mouse
Mouse
PI.
PI Fire.
That's
Kirby
coming out this
Air
year,
Ri-
I'm sure it is.
Kirby Air Riders, as of yesterday, was rated in Saudi Arabia.
That worries me slightly. That
Why?
I don't know because they haven't shown anything from it. So which means they could potentially shadow drop it, which means it's going to be shit. It's going to be like a Kirby Battle Royale type fucking thing.
I mean,
That sounds good.
that's
That's
what
basically
Kirby
the game.
Yeah, that is what Kirby Air Riders is.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, like I mean more like the shitty mini game compilations that came on like was shadow dropped in the 3DS.
Oh right, yeah, no, it won't be like that. It's a Sakurai handled like big project. It's not gonna.
It'll
there's
be
gonna-
shown in the direct in September.
Yeah, there's probably gonna be a direct in September, and that's where they'll announce Metro Prime 4 and Kirby Air Riders and blah 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 blah. But yeah, I am that seeing that yesterday made me confident that Air Riders is probably coming out. So I'm pretty happy. Not for the game, just for the points. I don't overly care about the game as of right now.
No,
Yeah.
me neither.
So yeah, that's it really. Yeah, Oliver with what was the Mouse PI Fire, but you said that's probably coming out this year. I mean, we got like extensive gameplay like earlier in the year, so I'm just we know from earlier that Silksong is coming out. I'm pretty confident on Metro Prime 4. I just have no idea about Skate Story and Darwin's Paradox, so we'll just see on that one.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Should we move on to the big cheese then?
Oh, we bloody well can do.
Bye-bye.
It's the big cheese, Gromit.
Cracking. So the big cheese this time, we're just going to do a game of the year watch essentially. Talk about what our current game of the year is, what the current stinker of the year is. Blueprints.
Yeah, so what we'll format it this way, because what we're going to do for the Goaty show is we are going to be doing it different from last year, though we might do what we did last year as well. But we are essentially going to be giving our top 4 games and then putting them into a tournament where we vote on them. So we'll probably have duplicates here because what we'll do in the game of the year is we'll take turns picking them. But we can just give what is our top 4 for games that came out this year. Would that be a good idea?
Apologies to everyone watching. I've just completely fucked that somehow. There we go.
It's just
I closed the image window with the images and that stopped
Wait.
sharing the screen.
Yeah.
So you want us to give our top 4 games that have come out this year?
Yes.
Right now.
Yeah, so if you want to go into How Long to Beat to do this, I did this earlier. Go when doing the filter on completed, just do game dash released at the bottom under dates, and then that'll give you that'll order them for you. So yeah, for me, starting off at number 5 is Expedition 33, which I think is going to be on everyone's top 5.
You said 4.
4. Expedition 33. Doom Dark Age and Expedition 33 have the same rating, so I'll just fuck off Doom. So
I need some help.
what do you need?
Right, so go on How Long to Beat.
It's doing whatever it does all the time, Alex. Right? It's
Yeah.
I don't.
No, so you just want to scroll down to dates
As he pressed the
and press
thing.
game dash released, and it'll show you it.
No, I've done that already. It's wrong.
How so?
It's showing the games not in order, and it's showing them in point something averages, which I don't have.
You're looking at that seems like a global list that you're looking at there. If it's
It was global. You need to go on to press next to playing. It'll say not single list. Right.
It says more.
Oh, I did not know that was a thing. Yeah, single list. Multi list. What's that?
I don't know. That's what it defaults to.
That's weird.
So
Anyway, yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, so yeah, for me, I've got a number 4, Expedition 33. which I assume we've all got in our top 4, and there'll be a fight over who gets ownership of that. And then in third, I have.
Would it not already be at the top anyway? Is that not what we did last time?
No, so right. So this is what we're gonna do: is we are literally going in the Discord chat, probably, or on a call. Is we are going to first of all do the name spinner, and then we are going to, in order, start saying games, and whoever has that game owns that game, and no one else can pick that game, and then we'll have 16 games in total because 4 times 4. Right. And then we go through the tournament, and it's not only about finding out who gets game of the year, it's about finding out who was correct in picking their game.
Right. So, but we really shouldn't be having this discussion here, but that sounds like people are going to be arguing for games that they don't actually give a fuck about because they're not going to get the game that they want.
No, they should. Because
okay. Well, I want Expedition 33. Alex, what do you want?
But
Expedition 33.
Lewis?
For my game of the year?
Yeah, just rattle it off.
Death Stranding 2.
Death Stranding 2. Right, so me and Alex want Expedition 33. So what happens there now?
It's just whoever's first. Because that's the thing, like you'll have multiple really good games that you want to win, and so like if there's a slight difference between Expedition 33 and Donkey Kong Bonanza, then you'd be like, no, I'm gonna put my heart and soul into convincing people Donkey Kong Bonanza would win because I want to win this game of the year.
Right. But I don't want Donkey Kong Bonanza to win Game of the Year, though. Even if I get it, I'm not going to want that to happen.
Yeah,
well, we'll see.
Right.
We'll see. We've got plenty of time, plenty of games.
If I get Donkey Kong Bonanza, I'll sabotage it. I'll run into the
ground. We'll come back to that. Now, let's do it the way we're doing it now. Come on.
Yeah, so in third, I have Split Fiction.
Yeah.
Which I assume everyone has forgotten is an incredible game. Apart from someone on this call said it was awful. Who was that?
Wasn't me.
No, someone gave it like a 7.
I did give it a 7. Yeah.
Well, there we go.
I stand on business.
And then number 2 is Wonder Stop, which I'll defend at the game of the year, even though none of you will put the effort into looking at a second of gameplay of it, and then you'll just all vote for the other thing.
I think Alan Wake 2 should win this year.
Okay,
wow,
that was like a travesty of what happened last year. It was literally the first one to get knocked out. My number 1, to nobody's surprise, is Blueprints. Of course,
I still am gonna give that a go.
Yeah, well, like Wonder Stop and Split Fiction are both 9.5s out of 10. Blueprints is a 10 out of 10 for me, but like the gap isn't a 0.5. If I could give him more than the 10, I would do. It's that good.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what I'll go.
I'll do mine next. I should have really thought about this before.
Mine are proper boring rating.
Well, that's the thing. Yours are all going to be 10 out of 10s. You're going to have 4 10 out of 10s.
I have got 1 10 out of 10 this year. Actually,
yeah, mine's not that bad.
I've got 1 10 out of 10 this year.
Do you want me to do mine? Because I have mine. If you want to think about it,
we all have ours.
I'm just gonna don't worry, Alex. I got this.
All right, okay.
Right. So I think in number 4, we're talking Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. In third, it is a toss up between 2, but I think it's gonna have to go to Death Stranding 2.
Mm-hmm.
In second, it's gonna be Split Fiction. And then first is obviously Expedition 33.
Nice.
Perfect.
It feels like I was playing it again, though.
Crazy. Right, I've only played 5 games from 2025, so I'm not picking FBC Firebreak because that one it was absolutely terrible. So number 4 is Mario Kart World. Number 3 is Donkey Kong Bonanza. Number 2 is Split Fiction, and then number 1 is Expedition 33.
Good shit.
So if I've got scores that are tying, I have to make a big boy decision.
Don't worry about scores.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
scores.
I'm not worried about scores.
I've used the scores.
What you want about? Yeah,
it's my opinion of the game.
What you want about? Yeah, the scores would be representative of the order in which Yeah, which one?
Yeah.
No. Because I don't go because
What do you mean? So right, did you
No,
rate
shut
Expedition
the fuck
33
up for a
lower
second.
than Death Stranding?
Right?
Like,
Shut
nah,
up!
Expedition
Shut up!
33 is
Stop
lower.
talking. Right? You get distance from games. I rate games right after I've played them. Right after I play, you get distance from games, and then you decide your game of the year once there's distance from all the games, kind of thing. So, right, on my list, Split Fiction is a 10 out of 10, and Expedition is a 9 out of 10. Right, but. Just shut the fuck up, right? I've now got distance from Split Fiction. I'm not going to go back and change the score because that's not what I do, right? But if I was to rate them both now, I would rate Expedition 33 over Split Fiction.
But couldn't you look at it in a different way where your opinion has become less
fuck
accurate with
right.
time?
Fuck Jeff Keighley. Let's just have Game of the Year awards based off fucking Metacritic. That's not the way it works.
It's not Metacritic, it's your own personal opinion.
You compare them afterwards. You compare them afterwards as a whole.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
shut up.
I disagree. But there you go.
Right. Sorry. Go on, Lewis.
Well, right, okay. So, right.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's just because the way I was doing it. The way I was doing it, because I've got multiple games that are like 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
So now I've had to come to the conclusion of the order in which I would place those. But I kind of am on Oliver's side a bit here, a little bit, purely because I gave Donkey Kong Bonanza an 8, right? Mm-hmm. I gave Split Fiction a 7. I think Split Fiction's an infinitely better game than Donkey Kong Bonanza.
This is what happens. You rate it in the moment, in the heat of the moment, and then later you think back to like, well, this one's actually better than that one if you think about it.
Yeah, and I wouldn't put DK Bonanza in my top 4 for this year, even though it is score-wise.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna say, for me personally, out of these games that I've played, top 4. In the exact one.
He hasn't got the order.
No, like I'm coming up on the fly. Right, Mario Kart World.
Yep.
Number 4.
Oh, yeah.
Split Fiction. Number 3.
Okay.
You can't pick between
Claire-
that and the next Expedition 33.
Claire Obscure number 2.
Oh.
And Death Stranding 2 number 1.
That's
See,
interesting.
this is what I'm saying. This is why it'll work, because if Death Stranding 2, well, maybe not Death Stranding 2, no spoilers, but Death Stranding 2 coming up at Expedition 33, we're probably going to have a tie, aren't we? Because I was going to put Expedition, you know what I mean? So it's worth it.
We'll discuss it.
To be fair, I just want to say 2 things as well. First of all, Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun is 8 out of 10. So if we're doing it on my scores, it would be one of my favorite games on the.
I mean, it might be in your 4 you do for Goaty if someone else gets one of the other games.
I also just want to say, it didn't come out this year, but the best game of this year has been Last of Us Part 2 remastered. Or just Last of Us Part 2 in general. From one of the greatest video games of all time ever created.
That's fair play. That just makes me excited for the Death Stranding 2 review. If you're picking Death Stranding 2 is over Expedition 33, I think there's going to be differences of opinion, definitely. Without a doubt.
Sure.
Bro, like I'm excited as well because it's gonna be one, that's for sure.
You best play that shit then. Now let's get it done.
No, I know.
Lock in.
Yeah. Lock in.
Aye.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, so we kind of varied, kind of. I'm surprised you put Mario Kart World over Bonanza. That does surprise me.
Bro, Bonanza. I don't want to sit here because I don't want people getting mad at me. No one's gonna watch this anyway. But I don't hate Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Undertale's bad. There we go. People watch it.
No, I don't think Donkey Kong Bonanza is bad. I just feel like I'm being gaslit by the internet about how good it is.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's as good as it's being made out to be on the internet.
People say the last bit is life changing. Is that?
It is really good.
It's good. Yeah, the last boss, like the last level's good.
But that's the 16th hour in the 16-hour game.
Yeah, I'm not. Like, that's not completely changed. That level doesn't make me go, "Damn, this game's the greatest game of all time." It makes me go, "That was a fun level. That was really cool." But like the game itself, it's good. I don't want anyone to get that twisted. It's good. I enjoy the game, but it just isn't. The internet is being like, this is the definitive platform. This is the video game of all time. Like, this is the one Nintendo masterclass. they will never peak like this again, and it isn't that good. It's good. It's just not that good. It's just a okay time. No, sorry, it's a more than okay time. It's a fun time.
Yeah.
It's just a fun game for a bit, and it's kind of annoying sometimes. That's the game.
Yeah, I agree
But
with that.
obviously we'll talk about that in the review.
We'll talk about it in the review. Cool. All right. Does anyone have anything more to say on the game of the year? We can talk. We
excited
can talk about Stinker of the year.
I was just gonna say I'm excited
yeah,
for the Wooden
Stinker.
Spoon. It's oh no, wait, no, Ghost Runner didn't come out this year, did it?
It's
Um,
FPC Firebreak.
Ghost Runner was
The only other game that I played.
The FPC Firebreak, yeah, FPC Firebreak is a heavy contender for some garbage, bro. Like I don't.
Let me have a look at mine. So I've
That's
got
the only other 2025 game I played.
sadly looking like stats wise, my Stinker of the year is South of Midnight at the moment.
Yeah, you really don't like that.
Oh, well, one thing as well to consider is that we'll be opening this up to uncompletable games, specifically multiplayer games.
Yeah.
So stuff like Rematch will be on there probably for someone. I imagine we'll pick it. Any other games that I can't think of right now will be on there. Probably Call of Duty multiplayer. Someone will probably love that and put that on there. You know,
Zombies.
zombies. He loves it. He can't get enough of zombies. Literally.
But looking at my list, the two lowest rated games I've got are FPC Firebreak and Blueprints. They are both 5 out of 10s.
That's very
Imagine
funny.
it, Blueprints being in Game of the Year contender and
No, I just love that.
Wooden
because,
Spoon
I
contender.
just love that because we were with Oliver while he was playing FPC Firebreaks, and if that was his level of enjoyment when he was playing Blueprints, it's very funny.
It's not right.
The only thing that Blueprints had over FPC Firebreak was I kept going back for the
Yeah, I was
mystery.
gonna say the difference is you wanted to fucking beat
I
it. but you
hated
did.
every part of getting to the mystery, but the mystery was keeping it alive, and it wasn't worth it in the end anyway. But FPC Firebreak, I wanted it to be over. Like I genuinely just wanted. There was no mystery at the end. There was like I knew how many levels there were. I was like, just fucking get through this kind of thing. But yeah, no, but it probably is going to be Firebreak, isn't it? Let's face it.
But one thing as well, which I'm going to try and encourage the three goons to do, but I'm definitely going to do, is we're going to do the picks off pod. So we're gonna pick our 4 each off pod, and then we're gonna have some time for people to try and watch or play as many of the games on the list which they haven't watched or played as possible. So it's not the case of I don't know what to vote for because I don't know what this game is, which happened a lot last year. So we're gonna try and avoid that.
Oh right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, like so probably do it at the start of December or something like that. Assuming there's no big games coming out in December, which we're anticipating might be in Game of the Year. But if we are, then we're probably all playing it, or most of us are.
We'll talk about that off call because that's interesting. I think we've got a lot of time to make that happen.
Yes.
A lot of time. But yeah, that's fine. I think we'll call it there, fellas. Thank you for watching, and we shall see you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.